How's it going, Laser Bruce's up? I'll be Sixkilla. Welcome back to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. We've had yet another murder, and it is time to begin our investigation. This time it's Nagato, so I have a hard time feeling sorry for him, but let's check out his body anyway. I feel like this will be the last one. I never expected Nagato to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. And everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now's not the time to be thinking about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation, right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. The huge spear? A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagato's stomach. There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extension from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it.
Phew.
I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not, this is the spear of Gunganir, right? You definitely just came up with that now.
Hey!
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where'd that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What?
Nezumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice, damn you all to hell. I see, even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. That spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle. It looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. The Spear of Gungnir, we're just going to call that now, right? Ah, we did that. Whoops. I was going to try and grab the, that thing. Both of Nagato's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie Nagato up, they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagato's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagato confess? Probably the password to the future place. Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Even if it was torture, there's no doubt the killer must have had a deep grudge toward Nagato.
Damn it!
Refusing to let him die easily, I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they have really gone this far? Every single one of us has a grudge against him, he's a piece of shit. Anyway, moving on. The knife is stabbed through Nagato's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife, it must be from the military base. Military base? Ah, now you mention it. You're right, it looks like a survival knife.
Well?
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagato's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife right through his right hand.
It cannot be!
And then they finished him off with the spear?
How cruel!
And does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons? A knife and a spear? Well, they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Why'd they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
It is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? Presumably. A reason they had to use the spear, huh? This hand apparently has lacerations on it. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason why the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere.
Super difficult.
There's something strange. Strange what?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't that blood spatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm, like he had his hand face down. It definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Well, that would explain the blood in his palm, but is something else that's strange? When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand,
Well?
There's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right, why is it only on this part?
See?
It's just as I said, right? It is strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure, you win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? We done here? We are not. There's two things here. Burnt rope. Nagato's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of the rope was burned off. Could this be the result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope burned off like this, why are Nagato's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? What else we got? Oh, his face. He's covered with something. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had his agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagato from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagato's face. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
Ah, it'll be fine. I'll put it right back. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Hey, hey, hey!
Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. Ah, the blood on Nagato's face. It looks like it mostly came from a slice on his left arm. If that's the case, it's no use she's not listening.
Hey, hey.
Hey, I bet the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. What's wrong with that?
Well,
This duct tape has crinkles like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagato's probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagato's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is there something we should really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back in his mouth already.
yep.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue too. I should remember it. Okay, why not? Why not indeed? I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagato's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me and one of my peers is the killer responsible? And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer? Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Well, yeah. How could you be normal at this rate? In a place like this? Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey! No response, he's dead, Jim. Just kidding, I'm not dead. Is this one of those life-size plushies that were being produced at this factory? If you're mistaken a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal too. Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading.
What the heck?
What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? And why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed? And going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did he try to imitate Nagato's body or something?
What are you saying?
That had nothing to do with that. Huh?
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monomi, but you better watch what you say. If I feel like I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end. I'll definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma. Looks like those two annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagato's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Looks like the spear went through this guy first. Maybe it was used to, I don't know, soundproof? Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably... those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Oh yeah, put it out. Well, they weren't actually useful in the end. No. But the sprinklers worked. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. There's a lighter there. Nevertheless, this evidence really isn't that strange. And this is... it's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here,
Just kidding.
an oil lighter, someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
It is a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
which means...
So using that, the curtains were set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? You think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
You are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. They caused a fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set a fire to their crime scene, but... yeah. I guess we need to just talk to everybody now? Can't I? It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikan's, but it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter?
So...
The time. Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written on the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30 PM. So it also has a clock function. And that means Nagato died 30 minutes ago. It happened recently. He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. It happened 30 minutes ago. Was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagato's killer. But this could be like when Nikamaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime scene looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. And whoever does an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious. Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. It's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. Great.
Like...
I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
That's obviously wrong.
This rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home. Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey, hey!
What do you mean, something?
Shut up! Shut
He's
up!
making us kill each other, you know. What could it be worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know. This is Monokuma we're talking about, you know. There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. So now let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
I know. You...
And don't bring up strange stuff like that. She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling? Yeah, about the sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
see?
Can you see that red streak? Huh? You're right, I definitely see it. Looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? The colour definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. From the cable? That's how I've been staring at it, but I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Blood on the girder. I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtains. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagato, there should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him up with a rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than the fatal wound. So what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate the other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside the warehouse first. Okay. MP3 player? This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it, but why is it here?
Maybe...
It looks like that weird music was playing from here. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistake in it, that music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? Cover sounds? I don't know. Monokuma panels? There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. Panels near the curtain in the back are tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall... They should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason the panels are tipped over is... It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine, yeah. When she kicked the door in, that made the panels happen. Could it be? Was that it?
Well?
And there's something else I've been wondering.
Hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over, starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. But compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So...
Isn't it clearly strange? Strange, that means we can speculate this was done intentionally. Okay. I mean, sure. If that helps. There are a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. These sprinklers completely soak them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. Well, it's not like I'm missing much. What else we got? Back of warehouse. I guess we just need to talk to everyone. Looks like the site is completely soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if there was an important clue here, we might not be able to notice it. But it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put the fire out.
Hey.
But there was a lot of smoke. And it's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades.
You are right.
I agree, if we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and become all wet and soggy. Miss Sonia's all wet? She's all drenched and soggy?
Hey!
You were thinking that, huh?
Of course not!
I wasn't thinking that at all.
Say what?
Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime.
Whoa!
You're screwing with me.
Yes.
Oh my, screwing? Hello.
Hey!
Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second. Kazuichi, you probably should just keep your mouth shut already. Good plan. What about this fan up here? That's what's making that fan shape on the ground. Well, even though I did say I was gonna friggin' kill him,
Hey!
there's no way I could have actually done it. I was just upset, you know?
Jeez.
Well, think about the countdown after we live through the class trial. Sonia? Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagato's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagato set in the warehouse exploded. Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It's alright, it's not a bomb. Why'd you know the bombs were fake? Well, that's not all either. When you were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the Central Island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my! It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It's a misunderstanding, I'm not a killer. Jesus shit, you son of a bitch. Sonia?
I am sorry!
I'm terribly sorry, I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs here. Huh?
Well?
At first I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone, so I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagato planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is...
As I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered.
Please listen!
Because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagato brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought that I could use them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin.
However, that plan was an utter failure.
Well, yeah.
The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
She's so fucking weird.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb.
Of course.
Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagato took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagato blew up the hotel lobby. Yo, that one was real. That bomb was real and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagato's plan all along. He showed a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. If so, then Nagato's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is, there's a reason for doing it. With this, I've explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Don't think that lets you off the hook, but sure. Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well?
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right, there are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Mizumi Castle where the spear originally came from. And Nagato's room too. I'm gonna understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
Can you hear me?
Hey you guys, isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree.
see.
I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we've had the same idea. But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. But alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely. We don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
And it's okay if we leave this place? It's okay? There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagato's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, no one can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Might as well do the plushie factory then, since we're already here. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagato must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. What else is there? Manufacturing equipment? That's an enormous machine, but it's stopped for now. Looks like there's nothing related to the incident there. The break room? The break room is on the other side of this door. This is where we obtained the fire grenades. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. The laptop? That reminds me, when we saw Nagato's video message on this laptop. Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his messages so perfectly? No, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. Why do you have to use a video message? That's the only thing I don't get. At the time, Nagato should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right, besides that video, there might have been data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. With that thought in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use, it's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. The life-size Monokuma plushies are crammed inside an enormous basket. It looks like there aren't any clues here.
My!
I've never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you'd normally run into.
However...
While I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well?
The bomb that went off in the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
Do you have a minute?
If you hide a bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group was forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
Right.
Let us rip apart right away so we can confirm it. Hold on. There's a bomb inside these. Wouldn't it explode if we carelessly mess with it?
Yes, pie!
Either way, it's all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Enough already!
Stop, there's no bomb.
Hey,
Now if you just pick me up, see? All you feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You're right.
However...
Then where did Nagato obtain the bomb he used?
Who knows?
I wonder. I'm gonna give you guys a hint, and you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
Please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No.
Well, I thought if I kept it quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Ooh, I feel so relieved. But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then you brought it from the Octagon.
Well,
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. He's just a crazy person, and he's not even a person. He's just a crazy bear man. Animatronic, maybe? Let's... Oh, crap. Well, let's head up the military base, and it's right here. And after that, we need to hit up Nezumi Castle and Nagato's room. Okie smoky, what do we got? When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty, nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
However...
As I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. But did Nagato know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought that they were the real thing. No, never mind, he said as much in his video message. So he's surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake, he only did what he did to weed out the traitor. Now, is that really it? Did Nagato only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there's a different motive behind his action. Kazuichi? Damn it, this dangerous place is the reason this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous, seriously. I gotta take better care of these. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that. There's a lot of guns on this truck. A huge supply of guns and other firearms is stuffed into the truck bed. Found it. What'd you find? Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife? Wait, that's... Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagato's right hand?
Maybe...
It means the killer obtained the knife here.
Right.
So the killer is someone who visited the military base at least once. That's everyone though. No, not me, this is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. Hank? If the bombs were fake, this might be fake too, but I'm not brave enough to check for myself. Let's set it off. It's that dreadful helicopter, the one that executed Terry. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the incident. Are we done here then? Hokey smoky, off to Nezumi Castle. And then back to the main island for tea and crumpets. I mean to check Nagato's room. Nezumi Castle's on a different island. So we're gonna have to hit Island 4. Although there's not much there, really. We're already going there because that's where the spear came from, right? But I don't even remember seeing the spear there. I don't remember there being anything there. See, this way's probably faster. It is, it's right there. Alright, fingers crossed. Can we find something of use in here? Ah, that's where it was. I see it. It's one of those.
Yo.
Look at that wall of spears. I guess it's obvious where the weapon came from. Spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. The spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagato. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also...
Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. Yeah, that was definitely here last time we were here. There's no mistaking it, the killer took one of these spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnera. Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. But why the killer use a spear and a knife?
Oh yeah.
I could have just killed him with a knife and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this is... A spear like this, with this unnecessary cord thing would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose this spear for a reason. What could that reason be? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. It's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling the strange feeling I've never felt before, as if Nagato is trying to make us suffer, even after he's died. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. Investigate that place. We might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. Can we just go straight there? I can't be arsed walking, it's too far. Alright, we're walking. Hey, remember my pet's ready to go up. Or at least, got tons of poo. Lots of poo for you, Mr. Pet Monster. All the poo that ever could want. Probably about halfway, so either way would make no difference, really. Might even get to level 54 before we get there. Probably not, though. Would be nice, though, wouldn't it? I do like level ups, they're my favourite. 2. And 1. Really gotta spend all my tokens on more crap out of the Monokuma machine. I just have not been bothered yet. We can get to 100% probably by now. We're already pretty close. Where's Nagato's one? Well, there's Chiaki and Monokuma, so I guess it's this one.
Hajime.
What's this?
Oh my, you want to go inside Nagato's room too?
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants to unlock the door to Nagato's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while she was licking my black eye. I didn't do that.
Boy.
Then do it. It's sweet because it's made out of black bean paste. Hey, we didn't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine, fine.
Guess I have no choice. I just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Loose.
For loose?
Bye-bye.
See, I opened the door. You can freely investigate now. This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized.
Hey, hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door's open. Yeah, you're right. Vamoose? Why Vamoose? So Nagato is living here. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? Can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us, no matter how much I think about it. I just don't understand him at all. I didn't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. There's a Monokuma.
No.
Nice. Well, this is the obvious thing that sticks out like dog's balls, isn't it? A fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkly pink lights is totally standing out. That was the thing stolen from Monami's house. Could this be... Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
Perhaps.
That treasure box. Chiaki, you know about this?
Yep.
It's really cute. Oh, she's just reacting. This looks like Monami's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monami was talking about was Nagato. But why would Nagato steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside. Is it going to be okay? It looks a little dangerous. Yeah, it might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagato wouldn't have stolen it from Monami in the first place. It's true. I turned back toward the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside there was a notebook. This is it? Why is a notebook inside a treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings as if they were drawn by children, and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this, diary? Looks like it. Did Monokuma write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, day 4, day 5, page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16. Day 16, we've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing.
Stop it!
Don't look at my notebook. Whoa. From out of nowhere, Monokuma suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive you.
I did ask you to look at my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If you'd come any later, you would have seen the inside of my notebook. Unfortunately, you were too late. But if this notebook is here, then Nagata was the thief?
No.
Betrayal, I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey.
Yeah, that notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way. That's right, it's my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey!
You're a liar. You always show up out of nowhere.
Why you?
Monokuma, it's not good to lie, you know. Lie? There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monokuma can't even write. Huh? What are you saying? Geez, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong!
No, you can't because you have no fingers on your hands.
Phew!
See? Bullseye. I know, because I'm the same way too.
What?
Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey.
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush
What
me.
are you saying?
There's no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. Looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second. Yeah, I don't know what you're getting why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? You said you didn't write in that notebook, is that true? If so, who wrote in it? Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye.
Excuse me. Hold on. Damn it, she totally ran away again. Same pattern as usual. Looks like a waste of time trying to get answers from her. But still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Is there anything else here? Our time for investigating is winding down. The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining some other areas first. The bookshelf? There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice, my cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagata probably supplied it himself. Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. There really isn't much inside. Anything in the refrigerator has a brown bottle. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he's stocked very much. The bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really, it looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Hey, this is... Yeah, it looks like it's poison. Poison? Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. Be careful with that bottle, don't drop it. Stop it, if you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enhanced liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and is susceptible to hydrolysis, so it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cold place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. It sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must have been here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagata get something like this? That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel too. Apply to the bomb?
See?
There should be a reason Nagata was able to obtain such dangerous items. The octagon inside the funhouse. The poison must have been brought with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He's probably hiding them somewhere in his body during the last class trial. He's hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? Geez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him to the at the lobby. What about the poison? Huh?
See?
Except the bottle was less than half empty. It's like this from the beginning? But did Nagato use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder if there's still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet. Another trap?
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using the poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on the island. Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagato, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? Of course. That's his way, really. Isn't it? That's how he do. It's a bed that comes with the cottages. Looks just like the one on my room, but
Hey.
maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's an usual place to hide things. Yeah, like porn. Though we should still check just in case. With no expectations, without thinking, I peeked my hand under the bed and there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. Looks like there's something inside. What is this? It's for using the poison. Looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. Sure does. These look like the real deal, but did he get these from the military base? They're in supermarket bag. A gas mask and rubber glove? He's hiding these under his bed. What did Nagato use this stuff for? Murder. Murder most foul.
Hajime.
Is there anything else under the bed? Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminium. Well, it's not paper then, is it? A round, thin piece of aluminium, huh? Similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash? It's the top from the poison.
Wait.
Who knows? It might be too soon to decide that. It's the lid from the poison. Abso-freaking-lutely. The basic layout is just like my cottage. There's nothing about the window that really catches the eye. There are a lot of books and other mysterious items stuffed on the shelf. The genres and types of items are also random. I can't make sense out of them whatsoever.
Well?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they now? I definitely don't know much about Nagato just by looking at this. So what should we do? It'd be real difficult to look through all these piles. It doesn't mean we should ignore it though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Wait, what? It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things, you know. There might be private stuff here. That might be true, but... So I'll leave the shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked toward the shelf. One by one I started removing the various books and items and examining each one. But even as I examined them carefully, there was still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Huh? It's the thing. The school thing. It's seal. Indeed, it is the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. Nagato said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? Of course not. If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm it. Instantly I realized something was strange. If this really was my only my information, then why is this file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagato had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonia. And everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so forth. But there was one thing specifically that caught my eye. The words reserve course student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hey, hey.
Hajime, did something happen? I just found a strange file. Isn't that the special prize Nagato received when he cleared the final dead ring? As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. Profiles of everyone on the island are here too. Nagato was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at the file? Jackie leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Nothing special.
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
And it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah, hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed it right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right?
You're Nagato.
There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
Great.
No way!
So what if his name isn't written in that file? Perhaps based on that, you think he might be the traitor? No, it's just not just because his name wasn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him, to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life is totally wrong. There's a completely different reason. A different reason?
You're getting all riled up!
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason, which means the greater mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation. What do you mean?
The heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right? Huh? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter? That's that Byakuya's true identity. True identity? He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. A fake? The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, and even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent. I thought I'm not that jealous at all. That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
So cool!
His physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that. And he was lying to us the whole time?
Still.
But he couldn't help it. Why couldn't he help it? Because that was his talent. Huh? Having a talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain a talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent. Regardless of whether you want that life or not. In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a bit more liberating. What the hell?
Anyway,
I'm not happy that you guys fell for a scam that I had nothing to do with.
right!
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth. Then, what was he trying to say to me at this time? I cannot talk to the others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in turn. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Based on the context, if I had to guess,
No!
maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had school memories, You never would have betrayed her in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have already known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end, it all leads back to memory loss. Geez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monokuma or the traitor. Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is it really someone like that?
Of course!
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made the file so you guys couldn't find out.
Maybe?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it. The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is the spy sent from the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
Correct!
Wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
I mean, why can't we use this file to figure out who the traitor is? That was true for Nagato too, right? Probably. Okay. It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about this?
Was that a wise decision? Time's up, you know. Time's up. Wait. Excuse me for a moment. That chime just now. Here we go.
What is most important for living things? Well,
Oxygen.
personally, I think time is. I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than wasting time. So, time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Yep.
I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days, and he said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one. But I can't imagine this is the real end. Huh? I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once.
Well?
Still, it's not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. A class trial for Nagato's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagato.
Still.
You don't have to worry so much.
Right?
Huh? I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know. You're right, you're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone, as long as everyone cooperates and works together. If we do that, things will turn out fine. And now we need to wrap this episode up, and I guess in the next one I'll kick us off at Monokuma Rock, ready for the first part of the trial. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.